Okay, welcome to the Community Shall Be Restored. I'm your host, Prophet Cedric Banks, along with,
Prophetess Dinetta Banks.
and we have a wonderful show for you today. But before we get into that, let's get into a few of our church announcements. Could we? Our announcements, and we can just go up to July.
Okay. Amen. Well, we welcome you to the Heart of Jesus International Deliverance Church. We're located at 14111 East 7 Mile Road. We're inside the Wow Center. It's right at 7 Mile and Gratiot, and it's directly behind Mike's Market. Our service time is at 2 p.m., and we welcome you to come out and be blessed of the Lord as our prophet goes forth mightily in the gifts of the Spirit and prophecy. Amen to God. And the word is just so practical, and it'll help equip you, amen, with your walk with the Lord. Amen. Also, we do have some upcoming speakers that our prophet is bringing out on Resurrection Sunday, which is March the 27th. Our pastor is bringing out Pastor Willie Warren, and his wife, prophetess Yvette Warren. Amen. They sat under Wayne T. Jackson ministry, and now they're out on their own.
Bishop Wayne T. Jackson. Who I hope you ain't looking at that. Bishop Wayne T. Jackson. Okay.
Amen. Under Bishop Wayne T. Jackson Ministries, amen to Jesus. Amen. And so they'll be coming out on Resurrection Sunday on the 27th. So we invite you to come out and be a part of our service at 2 p.m. on Resurrection Sunday. And then in April, our prophet is bringing out Major Bob Tillman. Now, Major Bob Tillman, he's with the Tuskegee Airmen. Amen. And that will be on April the 10th. Sunday, April the 10th at 2 p.m. Major Bob Tillman, he will be speaking, ministering at our service at 14111 East 7 Mile Road inside the Wild Center at 2 p.m. And
Major Bob Tillman from the Tuskegee Airmen Air Force. April the 10th, Sunday at 2 p.m. Come on out to the church and see what Major Bob Tillman has to say to the people of God through the Spirit of God in him.
Amen, amen. And then on May 15th, that Sunday, our apostle is bringing out Lieutenant Kenny Gardner. He's a detective of the homicide unit with the city of Detroit, and he's also on First 48. It's a program that comes on Comcast Cable, and I'm sure on other Comcast cable networks. He will be at the service on May 15th. Amen. He's a lieutenant with the detective unit, been there a number of years, and so he'll be on the program for Sunday, May 15th at our 2 p.m. service. And then in July 31st, which is the last Sunday in July, our apostle is bringing out Councilwoman Mary Sheffield. She'll be ministering in the gifts in the Lord on Sunday, July 31st at 14111 East 7 Mile Road, the Heart of Jesus Church. And so we welcome you to come out and be a part of that service as well.
Okay, that's good. Let's get ready to get into our guests. Today, what we have here on the show, she's a state representative. She's in office of a state representative. Welcome to the show, Rosemary Robinson,
Thank
state
you, sir.
representative, District number 4.
Well, I
Welcome.
brought my fans.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
I'm here to chat with you today and hopefully enlighten myself about what the people want or what I should be doing.
Okay, good. Where all does District number 4 cover?
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about where all does District number 4 cover for those out there in TV land wondering. Some people may know the land and the territory of District 4. Some people may not know the territory and the land, the territory what District 4 covers. Some people may not know. And you may be an asset to them today, to those who do not know the territory where District 4 covers. And State Representative Rosemary, would you tell the people out there where all District number 4 covers?
We'll start at Eastern Market, right there on Wilkins, and we'll go up Gratiot to Connor, go across Connor past the airport, hit 6 Mile, go along 6 Mile. That's the eastern side of my district. And Hamtramck, the whole city of Hamtramck is also involved in District 4. Then we continue down south to DeQuinder, go across the border of Highland Park to Grand River, down Grand River back to Martin Luther King, along Martin Luther King to Wilkins at the Eastern Market. It's a large geographical area, and it's the core city of Detroit.
Okay. What do you got going on in District 4? What are some of the things and
Well-
some of the events that's taking place in the District 4 location?
Well, I'm planning on March 28th. We're going to have Supreme Court Justice Richard Bernstein and the FBI agents who are going to have a special panel dealing with crime, theft, and identity theft. And it's geared to seniors. And I'm going to be holding it in the Hamtramck City Hall.
Hamtramck City Hall.
I'm not Hamtramck City Hall, Hamtramck Library, I'm sorry. It's on Joseph Campo, I believe.
Hold it, Rosemary. We got a caller. Let's see what we got going here.
Okay.
Welcome. You're on the line with the Community Shall Be Restored.
Good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon to everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I'd like to ask, is this Rosemary, Senate Representative?
Yeah, State Representative Rosemary Robinson.
Yes.
Yes, I love her. I just want to ask her a question. If she could help, could I call her office? But what's going on with many city workers and those who live in your district as well, the unemployment office is sending out letters to people saying that they had overpaid them. And then they trump up all these exercises or excuses of why they overpaid you, and they're saying that you intentionally did something wrong. I've been sending out waivers. I've been telling everybody else we've been sending out waivers to tell them that, we don't have that type of money, and they keep tapping on interest and statements and telling you, that you owe them. Is there any way that your office can intervene and help some of us to fight these battles? Because, of course, once again, it's the poorest that's being attacked.
Well,
And to add insult to injury, they want to charge you interest for something they said you did or may intentionally done. So I just want to know if I can contact your office to help a number of us with that issue. And what I'm finding in common is they're attacking a lot of the city workers.
well, what has happened is, and my committee, I'm on the oversight committee, and we're investigating that issue. You see, the unemployment benefits agency instituted some kind of a computer program called Midas. And what has happened as a result of the Midas program is that the computer issues these things, and many times they're unfounded, but yet the individual who is being, like you, having demands made upon you, has to go jump through hoops. What I would ask you and everyone else to call me, and you can call me at 517-373-1008. I also have a toll-free number, and I'm going to give that to you. Thank you, Reverend, for being patient with me.
No
My
problem.
toll number is 855-654-0404. And I'm working on that whole agency at the moment. And there is an advocacy program. There are advocates who we could have lined up to help you, who would help you through the system.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing. I want to ask her a question.
Yes.
I want to ask her a question. Ma'am, what's your name?
Sherry Jones.
Okay. How long you been?
I'm ready to take the number down because I don't want to miss no numbers. I got my pen in my hand. I'm putting the spoon in the baby's mouth at the same time so I can hear.
Okay, she already gave the number, but we'll have her. We'll have it. She already gave the number, but we'll ask her to give it again. How long you been looking at the show?
I don't know. Probably my second time noticing it. I mean, I watch this and support this station all the time.
Okay. Okay. Keep tuned in to us, okay?
Okay, well, thank you. Make sure you put that number out because, like I said, I got to share it with other people because first you tell me that you did something intentionally and then they said you didn't. So and we're finding out, just like you said, it might be a computer glitch that's going on, but at the same time it's causing everybody else alarm.
Okay, stand by. We getting ready to put the number out again, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, so have your pen and paper ready. Here it comes.
Okay. 517-373-1008. the toll-free number, 855-654-0404. Please call my office.
Okay. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Let's go to our next caller. Welcome. You're on the Community Shall Be Restored with your host, Prophet Cedric Banks.
Good evening.
Good
And
evening.
good evening to Miss Rosemary Robinson.
Hi.
You know, in District 4, I think this is the best thing that happened to the people in District 4, that we got Rosemary to fight for the people. She fights from all over the city of Detroit, but in District 4, she really fights for the people over in District 4. She has been fighting for us for years, and no matter what goes on, she's still out there fighting like she's the only person that fights for the people in the city of Detroit. That's what I want to say, because I've been knowing Rosemary for a long time, and I have never known her to fight against us. She fights for the people, and we need to keep her into office, a better office that she's in right now, because that is one lady that used to be on Hastings Street, coming down Hastings Street, or going down the city of Detroit, fighting for everybody in this city. And
Well,
if we
I
don't
know-
get more people like her in the city of Detroit, we might as well move out. Move out.
Well, I know if she be walking down Hastings Street, she's a fighter.
If she walks down Hastings Street, she'll be in the down there where the expressway is at. But she's been here all the time. This is a lady that has been all over the city of Detroit. She has fought for the people in the city of Detroit, and I don't think it's no more than fair. And I'm a person that's been here all my life. I don't know any place else but the city of Detroit. And this lady has always been there. Now she got a son, and he wants to be a judge. Let's put him in there to be a judge, because I know darn well he'll fight the same way his mother's fighting.
All
So
right.
let's do the things right. We're putting other people in there that's not helping us out, and we're paying for somebody's bill now that's going to fight against us, and he done messed up the water in the city of Detroit and every place else, and they want us to pay for his lawyer. I think that's wrong too.
Hey,
And I know one lady that will fight for it is Rosemary Robinson.
All right. What's
And
your
thank
name?
you for taking my call.
What's your name? Hold on. What's your name?
Well, they call me the East Side lady, but my name is Miss Person.
Miss Person?
Oh, Miss
Yes.
Person, how are
Well,
you?
Miss Person, hey, let me tell you something. Anytime you got somebody in political office, you want them to have a fighting spirit, because that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to fight for the residents.
Well, I hope
If they're not fighting for the residents, they don't need to be in there.
Well, I hope you stay in office a little while too, sir, because you work downtown for Duggan, and if you work for Duggan, you're not fighting for the people in the city of Detroit. Thank you for taking my call.
Hold on. Let me make this. I don't work for Mayor Duggan. Mayor Duggan was just on my show.
Oh, he was just on your show.
He was just on my show.
Well,
I don't work for Mayor
excuse me
Duggan.
for saying that, because I always hear y'all talk about Mike Duggan, and I know he's no good.
Okay.
Thank you for taking my call.
All right.
Wow. Wow.
We're here today with State Representative Rosemary Robinson. Rosemary, so what do you have? That's a beautiful thing what you got coming up with the FBI, that forum with the FBI, Supreme Court Judge Richard Bernstein.
Right.
That's a
I
beautiful
take
thing.
care
Now,
of my people.
what day and what time and
It's
when
March,
is this thing?
It's March 28th, and I have to, the leaflet, we just printed the leaflet, and I left it in the car. But it's probably around 6 o'clock. It's usually in the evening.
6 o'clock?
Yeah.
And it's going to be March 28th?
Yeah, at the Hamtramck Library. Yeah, and like 2 weeks in March.
What day is that on? Do you know offhand?
I don't know. Monday. But anyhow, because I have so many, big thing with me,
Now, what is the forum going to be about?
it's going to be about crime against senior citizens.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are other issues that are much more important to me. And like in the last month, I had 2 separate forums to help people with their taxes and prevent foreclosure on their property. I tried to get to the community all the information that will, all the things that are available to them that they can take advantage of. Like, for instance, it's over now, but up until between February 1 and February 15th of every year, people can challenge the assessment of their property. We have people with beautiful homes, and on either side of them or across the street is damaged, property. If they just take a picture and take it in.
Let's see if we could take another call.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, caller. You're on the line with Prophet Cedric
Yes, sir.
Banks,
Can I
host
speak
of
to
the
Prophet
community,
Cedric Banks?
host of the Community Shall Be Restored TV show.
Yes, this is Prophet Cedric Banks.
Yes.
How you doing, my brother? I ain't seen you in a long time. I just turned through the channels and I saw you. I met you in the pier at 8 Mile. Good to see you and your lovely wife together and doing great things together. So I just called to say be encouraged, my brother. You're doing a lot of great things. I'm going to just say thank God for seeing God people still around. A lot of people disappearing now, but we just want to thank God for seeing you, my brother. I met you in the parking lot at the grocery store about 4-5 years ago.
Which one?
Imperial, right on 8 Mile. I was out there moving some baskets. I prayed with you, and I told you about the Walk for Life ministry. And you said I was trying to get to see you, but I couldn't keep up with you. But I love you, brother. Glad to see you.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for the support. I really appreciate that. Bless your heart, and may God continuously prosper you and your ministry, okay?
Thank you so much, and I'll be keeping an eye on you guys. Bye-bye now.
All right, bye-bye.
That was nice.
Let's go to our next caller. Go ahead. You're on the line with Prophet Cedric Banks, host of the Community Shall Be Restored. How can we help you today?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm not calling your show to vent against Duggan, but the other day when he had the press conference about millions of dollars going to restore public parks in Detroit, they asked where did he get the money, and he said it was from bonds that were sitting in City Hall since the 80s, and nobody dared use them or something. It made him look like the great white hope, and all these black mayors and city councils we had were too dumb to use money that was spearheaded towards parks. He's really pitiful. He's really not the mayor, first of all. It's some illegal mess going on. But I want to ask your guest there, she's a state rep, right?
She's state representative, right, District 4.
Okay. Have you, your colleagues gotten together and tried to make a joint statement to have the governor resign and be indicted? And what do you think about that ideal?
And let me be clear about something. I speak for myself. And my position months ago, when the water issue arose almost a year ago, I said he should be indicted. As far as I'm concerned, I've been a lawyer for 43 years.
Wow.
And as far as I'm concerned, and I've done criminal work, that's all I've done is criminal defense. My position is that there's negligence, criminal negligence, and I think people should be held accountable. And I was asked, did I even think the governor should be held accountable? And I absolutely believe that. I have a much more militant and a much more stern approach to this than most of the legislators. I just believe justice has to be served for the people, the children that have been poisoned, and for the harm that's been done to those who have died from Legionnaire's disease, and for all the other horrible things that have happened to young men where we can't even disclose. There have been some young men who have had some kind of effect from the water that we don't know what the cause is, but they know it's from the contaminants in the Flint River.
I know that there's some of the local ministers that are trying to do a recall on him now.
Yes.
But they need, I think, they need like 700 signatures, and they're trying to do a recall on him now. And some of the local ministers are coming into conjunction, and they're trying to do this. So,
I support any action against the governor to hold him that will force him to be held accountable. He's trying to hide behind other people, and he knew a few months after very short period after the water was taken off the Detroit system and put into the Flint River, water out of the Flint River, when General Motors were corroding, within 3 months they said, hey, we can't use this water. Well, at that point, the red flag went up. At that point, if machines are affected, what does it do to people? And there are emails that he received from his internal people that put him on notice shortly after the water was converted. He has to be held accountable. It's just wrong. I mean, if someone goes out and steals a car, or some young kid goes out and does something stupid, we sure as hell you don't want to hold the law up against them. Well, heck, no one should be above the law.
Right, and that is so true. And wow, what a show today. State Representative Rosemary Robinson. You did an outstanding job. You brought us some tremendous resources here today on the show. And we just thank God. We can't take any more calls. That's it. I see the callers are flooding up the lines. Okay, we can't take any more. But when we thank God for your fighting spirit, your tenacity, and your zealousness that you have to fight for the people.
Can I just, real quick, there's a bill now in judiciary which the Republicans, some of the Republicans and some Democrats are pushing for an experimental project with the state police. They haven't decided what counties, 5 counties. What they want to do is set up road stops and then take saliva from motorists to see if they're using drugs. Please help me in stopping that bill. Thank you.
All right. I've been your host today, Prophet Cedric Banks of the Community Shall Be Restored television show, along with
Prophetess Dinetta Banks.
And we thank God for State Representative Rosemary Robinson being with us today. We'll see you next Saturday right here on the Community Shall Be Restored. God bless you.
You're watching W33BY, Detroit, Highland Park, Michigan.